Hey everybody, welcome to the CNC with Dave show, the shortened version. And most of the people that's on my panel right here know why it's going to be a shortened version. Anyway, I didn't know if we'd be able to pull this off tonight or not. As you might can guess, looking behind me, I'm at a Holiday Inn Express somewhere in Texas. I don't know. Becca knows. And there are
Terrell, Texas.
Terrell, Texas. Okay, thank you. I'm in Terrell, Texas. And there's tornado warnings out. So, yeehaw.
That's normal.
So, yeah. So anyway, and I did hit a whole bunch of rain and just for a few minutes too. But it is what it is. We'll give it a shot. Mark, I don't have YouTube open at all, and I probably dare not try to open it. So I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. Can't see anything. You'll have to let me know who's out there.
We got 36 people. Bubba Hogue's here, Jim Horton, Mike Mertzke. I mean, the usual cast of suspects: Lyle Foyt, Leo Steiger, excuse me, Ryan Ballard, Rob Schuster. They're all asking, is there going to be a show? That's up to y'all.
We're here as long as the internet connection will hold out. And like I said, this is probably going to be a shortened version because it's a long story. I've told it I don't know how many times today. Maybe I'll let everybody introduce themselves. Maybe Becca can tell the story. So, anyway, let's go ahead and do introductions. Becca, let's start with you.
Hi there, I'm Becca Miller, and I'm tired. We've had a really good party today and met a lot of great folks. And hey, there's Michael and Jerry. Hi, guys.
We can't hear you right now.
You can't hear me?
Okay, yeah, they're just getting hooked up, looks like.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll come back to you guys. Jerry, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Jerry. You can find me at Jerry's Machines just about anywhere. Dave, be careful with those storms there. They say that if you get into a tornado, just stay as low to the ground as you can. So in your case, I'd say just stand still.
Yeah.
Love you, Dave.
Yeah, love you too, brother.
30 seconds in the penalty box.
Yeah. Mark, you can go ahead and boot Jerry out now. Next, we've got my good buddy Juan Lopez.
Hi, guys. Juan Lopez here from Dallas, Texas. You can find me on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram under G-Code1 Design.
Very good.
Hi, me, Dave.
Next, we've got Mark Lindsay.
Evening, y'all. I'm Mark Lindsay. You can find me here on YouTube, down in the comment section, over on Facebook, on Twitter now, and on Instagram as well. And thanks for having me, Dave.
All right. Thanks for being here, Mark. I know this was kind of last minute. I literally, messaged Mark about 10 or 15 minutes ago and said, hey, yep, for a show tonight. And here we are. Mr. Mertzke, looks like you and I are doing role reversals.
Yeah. You can blame me for
like
being
shop
here.
behind you.
So this is what it seems to look like from this end.
Yeah, see, there's the crappy wall art back there.
Ooh, nice.
I've got a Sharpie right here in my pocket, though. I'm going to sign it before I leave.
I would expect nothing else.
So anyway, thanks, guys. Jerry, are you and Michael ready to go?
Where are we going?
Well, he can't hear because I don't have speakers.
Okay, well, just nod and act like you understand what we're saying. There you go.
Tell him say yes.
Yeah. Anyway, for those of you who may not know, we meaning myself, Becca, Juan was there, Jerry and Michael Chipser were there. Second. We all met at the Texas meetup, and Becca, that was kind of your deal. How about I let you tell that a little bit?
Okay. I think we had about, gosh, I don't even know how. I never did count them. About folks, I guess, 15 or 20. And they came from Oklahoma and all over Texas, and of course, one from Georgia. And I'm telling you, I had more fun. It was just one discussion after the other. I couldn't even gather it all in because everybody was just talking about their machines and their projects. We had a little contest. People brought some really nice projects they had made, and we had a little contest. And Michael, you're making me crazy. Which put that thing down and make it still. Let's see, Michael won second place with his pen. Dell Ludlam brought some absolutely gorgeous things, and he won first place. And the one that he won on was a plaque. That did anybody get a picture of that? I didn't get a picture of that.
I did. I just
picture.
posted him on Dave's Facebook.
Oh, is it? Okay, good. And then let's see, third place was Russell with his photo carve projects that he brought in. And they were beautiful too. So anyway, I thought it was a really, really good get together, and I learned a lot and met a lot of cool folks. And thanks, Dave, for coming. It was just great to have you there.
Oh, it was great to come. You know, not everything went smooth, but I really enjoyed the meetup there at Cooper's Barbecue. Big shout out to those guys. That's some good barbecue. And also, I got to give a big pat on the back to my buddy Juan. Oh, hold on, he's showing that picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's the plaque.
It's not showing. It's just down at the bottom.
Oh, can y'all not see it?
I see you.
Yeah, that's no good. Hold on.
There it is.
Okay, you see it now?
CBs, yeah.
Yeah, that was very cool. Yeah, and there's the photo V carves that Russ Meadows did. And right beside there we go. There's the pin box by Michael Chipser. Very cool. And by the way, Michael gave me a nice pin in one of those fancy boxes. So thank you very much, Michael. I got all kinds of stuff. I don't really have it in here to show because I didn't want to lug it in from the car, especially since the wind was blowing like crazy when I was trying to get in the door. But I'll show that stuff next week. But man, just what a great bunch of folks and a really good time. Met a lot of new folks. Met Becca for the first time, even though she's been on the show several times. I guess I turn this off.
Oh, they brought R2 with them, huh?
Yeah, yeah. David Battershell brought R2D2 with him.
That's cool.
Okay.
That is cool.
And yeah, there was just, like I said, a lot of great folks, and you know, it's really neat now. Thank you, Juan, for showing those pictures. Oh, what I started to say too is I've got to give Juan a big shout out too, because as soon as I got there, he met me at the hotel and picked me up and took me to a barbecue place. So we went to Hard 8.
Yep.
And where is that? Dallas? That's in Dallas, right?
Coppell.
Coppell, okay.
Coppell.
So I don't know where anything is. But yeah, that was really cool. Got to meet all of Juan's family. He's got some pictures, or I took some and posted on Facebook. Got to meet his whole family. Just a great family there. We got 2 Michael Chipsers on here.
Dave, I also want to give a real big shout out to Fast Club, because Paul Paul Akers sent us about $500 worth of freebies to hand out. And we handed them out to everybody that was there, but I boxed all the rest of them up and gave them to Dave. So we got freebies for the next 5 years, I think.
Yeah, yeah, we'll have to come up with some kind of, you know, little contest or something and start giving that stuff away.
Yeah, but he did great, man. I was so proud of him for sending all that stuff. So y'all support Fast Cap because he's a great guy.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, big shout out to them. What else? Anything going on over in the chat, Mark? Like I said,
Actually, the silence has been deafening. You know, few people commenting on the R2 unit. Few people talking about, well, you know, Chipser's beard, of course. And, you know, there's a few questions. Brett Fagan wants to know where you stopped at. JJ Woodshop, Jesse Brown wants you to know that if you're driving home tomorrow, you're going to be traveling with the storm. So, but
yeah,
basically, folks are sitting here waiting to find out if we have a topic.
no, we didn't. I don't know why that's stuck on one there. There we go. I literally, you know, saw I was going to do a show like, what, 20 minutes ago now, maybe something like that. I just got checked in here to this hotel, and it's a, if I didn't mention, it's Holiday Inn Express, big plug for them. And it's got pretty decent internet service. You know, it's got the little wire here coming out of the wall, and I just hooked it up and started watching Russ's show, and I thought, wow, maybe this will work. So maybe we'll get on here and just see. So I can't, well, let's see. We've got, yeah, I guess I can see this. According to the Hangout thing, it says we got 58 people watching. So
yes, sir, we do.
That's not too shaggy for a show we just threw together a few minutes ago.
Yep.
So, yeah, Brett, in answer to your question, if you didn't catch it a while ago, I'm in, where is it, Becca? Terrell, Georgia, or Terrell, Texas?
Terrell, Texas.
Terrell,
I don't even know what's that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Terrell, Texas.
you're just east of Dallas.
Yeah, because I hadn't been driving long, and it's because of the storms and lightning. I ran through that patch of rain, and I thought, I'm not driving in no rain, so I went ahead and
You haven't told your story about last night yet.
Yep.
no. Well, I guess I should tell folks because they're probably wondering why I'm not still in Fort Worth.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, I made reservations at the Courtyard Marriott, which is, you can practically throw a rock from there to the Cooper's Barbecue where we were having the event. And I reserved 2 nights, last night and tonight. And like I said, I got there, I don't know, what was about 7, let's see, was it 7 my time or 7 your time, Juan? I can't remember.
7 my time.
Yeah, 7 your time.
Yeah.
And then we went out to the Hard 8 and had some barbecue and then came back. I'm going to have to, y'all entertain yourselves for a while. I got to grab my charger. I forgot to plug it in. But, yeah, anyway, so I don't know what time it was when Juan dropped me back off by the hotel.
I think it was around 9:30.
Was it that early?
Yeah.
Okay.
If not a little later.
Okay. Yeah, I get my times confused because I'm trying to stay on Georgia time since it's only an hour's difference. But so anyway, so I get up and I'm tired. I drove 14 hours and all I want to do is get a little shut eye. About time I get ready to lay down, the guys, I don't know how many guys was in the room next to me. I guess, I don't know what they were having, like some kind of bachelor party or.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but they were making a lot of noise, had their TV up loud, talking loud. You could tell they were drinking beer and, carrying on and stuff, which, okay. And I thought, well, I'm not going to, really say anything because, I'm still in Georgia time. Is an hour difference. So it's still a little earlier for those guys. So pretty soon it got quiet for a little bit and I dozed off. And next thing you know, about, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the morning, all hell breaks loose over there again. And they're raising Cain and, hooping and hollering and hand me a beer and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh man, I wish these guys would shut up. So anyway, to make a long story a little bit shorter, they left again. I guess they kept leaving to go to the bar, because there's all kinds of little places around there. And so it got quiet again. I dozed off again. And, here they come again about an hour later. And finally I thought, this is ridiculous. So I called down to the front desk and I said, look, it's the middle of the morning. You got to get somebody up here to tell these guys to quit partying or whatever, or move them or something. So anywho, they sent up their security guy and I could hear the conversation because, I heard him knock on the door and then they fumble around and open the door. And one of the guys says, well, we're sorry. We apologize. We're getting ready to shut this party down, blah, blah, blah. And I can tell about the time the security guy got back to the elevator, they started up again. So needless to say, I got, I don't know, maybe an hour or so sleep, 30 minutes, something like that, the whole night. So if my eyes look like road maps, that's why. And that's another reason why I didn't want to drive too far before I stopped for the night. But anyway, like I said, I'd reserved both nights and I went down there this morning and I said, this ain't happening. I talked to the manager and I said, I know I reserved 2 nights. I said, but I'm not staying here again. So anyway, so they made some adjustments and I left. And so since I had some time to kill, I went over to Juan's house and checked out his shop, which was pretty cool. And I got to tell you though, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area, I don't know about all the other big cities there, but man, it's something else. It's something else, because I mean, here I am, I've driven 14 hours and come from Georgia and I don't know, so I don't know nothing. So you're trying to use the app on your phone to get around. And I thought Atlanta had a lot of construction. Oh man, it's nothing compared to Dallas, Fort Worth area. I mean, it's like orange barrels and concrete barriers and stuff everywhere. So when you're trying to get around and the little lady on the phone app says, bear to the right, they may have moved those concrete barriers where it doesn't do that anymore. So I heard the words recalculating a lot while I was riding around the Dallas Fort Worth area. But yeah.
Yeah, well, in all fairness, the lady on the phone, when you punch in your address, goes, you want to go where?
Yeah, well, welcome to my world, Dave. I felt that the entire time I was in Atlanta.
Hey, we went to your house. I don't know which way we went, but when Mike and I left your house, we ended up coming through some town that we never saw on the way there. Somewhere in the town, I lost Mike, but we met up with each other at the Speedway just by the interstate. And he was needing gas, but the gas station you said was open wasn't open.
Uh-oh.
And then we got split up.
Well, we couldn't get you guys to leave. That's why it was closed.
Well, when we got right there to that intersection, I thought we were supposed to turn right, and we went through the red light to that gas station. And we split up there. I went back to the direction I thought I was supposed to go. Went through a town with one-way streets and all kinds of other crap. And I'm trying to text him, telling him I found an open gas station. He comes rolling in like he's been hee-hawing around with monster cans falling out of his truck. And he's like, yeah, I found a store.
Well, I don't know where y'all went, because where I live is nothing compared to this stuff. And usually people that when people come to my shop, I always ask them, did you have any trouble finding it? Usually they drive right to it. So
I don't know.
But,
It wasn't very clear, was it, Mike?
Hey, we made it work though.
Yeah, we made it work. But what I'm saying is that we got out of there okay, but we saw crap we didn't see going in.
Yeah, definitely took a different way home, or back to the hotel.
Yeah. Scenic route is what I like to say. Okay, got any questions over there in the chat, Mark?
Yeah, there is one from Ryan Ballard. I kind of answered it in the chat, but just in case somebody else wants to know, he says he was watching the Gatton CNC videos again. He noticed that the nut that holds the V-groove wheels on the side plates don't have any split washers to keep them tight. Should I add them? Talking about the nuts that hold on the V bearings.
Yeah. I found that, I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if you put them on there, but I found that they weren't really necessary. You get them good and tight, they're not going to come loose if they shouldn't. I haven't had any come loose, so.
When I built mine, my shoestring budget CNC, I was paranoid about that because I was still so new. I thought that if a bearing came loose, it was like, losing a tire on turn 4 at Talladega or something. So I went ahead and I used nylock nuts. And, if you want to use them, you can. If you want to use star washers or split washers, you can. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything if you do, but it's not really necessary. So
yeah, I just when I did this last build, if there were some things that I thought I could leave out that would save folks money, I left them out.
Yeah,
but I didn't just leave them off the plans. I mean, I didn't put them on mine either. So, like I said, I haven't had any issues with anything like that coming loose, and I'm sure I put more hours on mine than anybody else out there. So.
Yeah, Stephen Brown is saying it's proven over and over in aviation, split washers are garbage. Yes, you're right, but this is not aviation. They take a lot of precautions that we don't have to take here on the ground. I was an aircraft mechanic for a few years. I know exactly what you're talking about. We also don't lock wire bolts in place or use cotter pins either. So.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, not yet. If anybody has any questions about any topic, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to tell Mike, man, I wish you could have made it out there. We talked about you a lot.
Good or bad?
I ain't saying. I'm just saying we talked about you a lot. But yeah, really cool getting to meet Brett. I'm glad he came by. Nice meeting him. Just like I said, a lot of good folks and really, I thought a pretty good turnout.
Sounds like everybody had a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. In fact, I think the people at the restaurant were kind of wanting us to move along after a while. They were starting to get close to, going out to dinner time and up, and I think they needed those other 3 tables that we were hogging. So, but yeah, good time. And by the way, I got to ask Beck and Juan and even Jerry and Michael, did y'all have any trouble getting out of that place?
No.
Oh, When I got ready to leave Cooper's, I backed out and it started to go back out the same way I turned in, and they had it like
Blocked off.
taped.
You should have followed me.
Oh, did you go that
I
way? Or?
left right before they started taping it up, so I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know
Well,
which way.
No, I went that way first and saw it was blocked off, so I turned around and went the other way. And then I went right out to the road and got on the road that went right over to the freeway. So I didn't.
okay. Well, yeah, that's the way I had to go too. But I mean, I'm like, what's the deal? It wasn't taped up when I pulled in there.
Well, I think that it's so close to the stockyards there that they have a problem with people pulling in there to park for the stockyards instead of going to the restaurant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually everywhere else they charge like $5 to park.
Right.
For a restaurant?
No,
No, that's the thing. They didn't want
Oh,
people to park at the restaurant.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, we do have a question over here now.
Okay.
And that is from, I'm going to butcher a name here, but that's okay. That's my thing. Jay Falver. Sorry about that. He wants to know what would be a good CNC software to learn on. He doesn't have a CNC yet, but would like to learn how to program for when he does get a chance and the money to start building one.
VCAR Pro.
I mean, there's a lot of good ones, but the first thing you need to think about is once you get a CNC built, what are you wanting to make with it? Because that kind of determines what kind of software you need to get. Or at least I think so. If it's, I'm a big fan of VCAR Pro. I've made no secret of that. But, if you're just going to cut 2D parts, then there's no reason to buy VCAR Pro. You could buy Cut 2D for. Go ahead, Mike.
I would recommend if he hasn't even got his CNC yet, just to get the trial, download the trial version.
Yeah.
Vectrix offers their entire suite of software, a trial version for each of them.
I was even going to go as far as to say just to watch as many videos as you can over and over and over again about how to use the software. Once I would say VCarve's where he's going to end up because that's where everybody else ends up.
Yeah.
So but the trials.
Not only
the trials are great.
Yeah, not only the trial, but using the trial with the Vectrix videos, because they have a complete educational system on their website that's free. All you have to do is just go through them, and using the trial version, you can try out all the things that they teach you, and that's a great way to learn.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And another thing that a lot of people overlook, it depends on what you're going to do with a CNC, and I know you don't want to hear that, but Vectrix also has a program called Cut 2D. If you're just starting out and you just want to learn how to cut 2D objects, just cut shapes, drill holes, make pockets, things of that nature, Cut 2D Desktop is very inexpensive. Then you have Cut 2D standard version. Then you move up into VCarve Pro, then you move VCarve Desktop, then VCarve Pro, then finally Aspire. But the thing about Vectrix software is, as it has been said, they offer free trials on everything. And the files you create in those free trials, if later on you decide you want to go ahead and buy one of them, they will work in your full version as long as you're on the same computer. And they do that because they don't want people downloading the trial version, making a bunch of files and sending them off to their friends without actually buying the software. But Cut 2D is actually a very good program. And if you're just starting out and all you want to do is cut shapes, drill holes, create pockets, things like that, it's a good alternative.
Yeah, that's how I started, was with Cut 2D, and like little show and tell. I actually made this Longworth chuck for my lathe with Cut 2D. This was one of my first CNC projects I ever made. And the other point about with the software is when you want to upgrade to Vectrix next kind of line, all they charge you is the difference. So you can, they will continue to upgrade your license. And if you want to go from Cut 2D all the way up to Aspire, their flagship software, you could do it one step at a time and not lose a dime.
Right.
Correct.
Right. They have various levels and various packages as well. Right now, for example, Cut 2D, I'm on the Vectric site, is going for $149. That's Cut 2D desktop. Cut 2D Pro is $449. You know, then you get up into VCarve desktop and VCarve Pro, then Aspire. But Mike Mertzke is absolutely right. Let's say you paid $149 for or excuse me, $149 for Cut 2D desktop. Then you decide you want to jump up to VCarve desktop. Well, the difference is $200. You only pay the $200. You don't have to go out and buy pay the full price for everything. And when you do buy the software, any new upgrades that come out within 12 months, you get for free. So if you buy version 8.5 and 9.0 comes out 2 weeks from now, you get the free upgrade to 9.0. So they also have packages here where you can get Cut 2D and Cut 3D for a certain price. I mean, it's very easy software to learn. It's got a very gentle learning curve, but it's not the only option out there. I mean, a lot of people have mentioned Fusion 360. They have a free trial as well. I mean, look for as many as you would like and try out the free trials. You'll figure out which one you're most comfortable with.
Okay, I have a stupid question.
Whoops.
If you've made the leap and you already have Aspire, but you're struggling trying to learn it, would you recommend going back and getting this to try to go?
No, I would not.
It's got the same features, just it's got better 3D features or modeled on the modeling tab. Everything else is the same.
Okay. Also, I mean, everything that's on the smaller software is in Aspire. You don't necessarily have to use it. And if you're struggling, hit me up. Talk to me. I'll, we'll work something out. We'll figure something out.
And I wanted to point out too, sometimes on this show, myself especially, and even the whole panel sometimes sound like we're kind of a Vectric commercial.
Right.
And and it's just because that's, it's a good stuff. I've been using VCarve Pro for years. A lot of the other people on the panel use, some kind of Vectric product. So it's not like we're a Vectric salesman or anything. It's just that it's good stuff, and it's, I think it's easy to learn. But again, when you're trying to pick a thing, most of those things you can get free downloads of, demo versions. So get them all. And just play around with them and figure out which one you want to go with.
Yeah.
And there's lots of others too. But like I said, we talk about Vectric a lot. But
I had people ask me today and during the meetup, and they didn't know of, was that VCarve Pro is actually capable of cutting 3D files. As far as STL, importing STL files and cutting them. And you don't need an Aspire to, it's to actually post the G code for it. As long as you got an STL you can import, and those can be bought online also. Or if somebody makes you an STL, you could import it and actually post out G code for it on VCarve Pro.
That's right.
That's
right.
Yeah, and talking about STLs, like I said, we're gonna keep this short tonight. I'm not gonna run long, but probably next week or sometime, I don't know. Sometime we're gonna talk a little bit about the ViaCAD that I know several. I bought it. Mark's bought it. I think Mike's bought it.
I bought it also.
Juan bought it. I think, I don't know whether Chipser bought it or not, but anyway, that I haven't had a chance to work with it, so I'm not going to say yay or nay either way right now. But in the next few days after I get back home, I hope to play around with that some more, because I think, just from my first impression, that might be a good alternative to, you know, a good cheap way. Because I bought it and it was like $103 by the time I used the discount and stuff like that. And you know, it's 2D, 3D version 10 is what I bought. No, it's not SolidCAD. No, it's not AutoCAD, Inventor, or Fusion 360 or any of that stuff. But it don't cost bunches of money either. So
That's right. That's right.
But we'll get into that topic a little later. But I did want to bring that up,
Right.
because you can make some STLs with that. And I like I said, I haven't played with it, but one of the guys that was at the meetup has been using it since 2008, and he showed some work on his laptop that he's drawn. So yeah, it's pretty good stuff, I think. So anyway, any other questions?
We have a few people talking about Fusion 360. I have Fusion 360. Personally, I don't like it, but Fusion 360 is one of those programs that it's great for parts for assemblies. If you're going to create gears to make clocks or what have you, Fusion 360 would be excellent for that. That's just not what I want to do. It is an excellent program. Currently, it is free to individuals who make less than $100,000. However, guys, they are going to be, and they haven't announced when, they are going to be moving that to a subscription base. So it's not in the immediate future. It's just something that's going to be happen definitely in the future. Now, Fusion 360 is an excellent program. It just depends on what you want to do. If you're looking to model the Mona Lisa, you are not going to do it in Fusion 360. It is also a very steep learning curve, So get into the tutorials and, live in those tutorials. But it's an excellent program. It's just not what I want to do with CNC.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, looking down here, here we throw a show together here in just a few minutes, and we've got 82 folks.
Yep.
You guys rock. I'm telling you. I wish I could see the chat so I could, call out your names and stuff. So, but I can't see. I don't even know who's watching.
Oh, we got Murray Cohen. We have Todd H. CNC, one of our regulars. Good to see you there, Todd. We got Jody Hahn, Stephen Brown. We have Linda Robinson, and she said to Dave, I did talk to the manager at the barbecue place and told him thank you. He said he would love to have you all back. So
no, that's
you're okay. Evidently, he didn't see all the silverware everybody walked out with, and everybody's good.
Yeah. Good. That's good. That's good to know.
Robert Crow's out here. Tim Guba's out here. How you doing, man? I'm just catching them as y'all come in. P&G Custom Woodworks. Paul, there you going? Just everybody here having a good old time. We have some people asking, what is the best ratio for rack and pinion? I have no clue about anything rack and pinion. I don't know anything about it, and I don't know if anybody here on the panel does.
No clue.
I don't think anybody on here uses any kind of rack and pinion.
Yeah.
I do for lathes, but not about CNCs.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably lots of information available.
Post to the forum. I bet somebody out there will answer you.
Yeah, either post it in the forum or on one of the Facebook groups, and you'll probably get an answer.
Okay, Andrew Haig says that a program called OnShape is another free option. Runs on any web browser and on an iPad. I've not used it. I've never even heard of it, but I will look into it. Thank you very much, Andrew. So
Yeah. Who was that? Who was that said that?
Andrew, I want to get his name right. Andrew. Oh, now it scrolled up. I got to find you again. Andrew Hague.
Okay.
Hague.
Okay. Cool.
So
Yeah, there's a lot of different options out there for different software. You know, I think there's some online versions like MakerCam is one of them. There's a lot of stuff out there, but it's, you know, you got to find the right one for you, and whether it's a free option or, you know, you want to piece together something. You know, some of it you get what you pay for, at least my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Sounds about right.
That's always kind of been my thing too, is you get what you pay for, especially when it comes to the free stuff.
And just to kind of tag on what you were saying about us sounding like a Vectric commercial, that you're absolutely right. There are tons of just Google CNC software and prepare for information overload. There are tons of programs out there. I went ahead and went with Vectric VCarve because after seeing all the people that have it, either that use VCarve or use Aspire, and then watching Dave, his process, how he draws a part into it and how he cuts it out, it just works. You know, I do not have the problems I see other people having. And if I do have a problem, I can go over to the Vectric forum and ask a question. Half of the time, it doesn't even go that far. I can just literally type the question into Google, hit enter, and 4 answers come right up. There are so many people out there using this software that support is more than just the company. I mean, it's just amazing the number of folks that are using this, and it just works. It just works. I don't have problems with it.
Yeah, I used Inkscape in conjunction with MakerCam for a while, starting off. Both software is free, but I tell you what, it's just it's worth the money. So my next step from that was to buy Cut 2D, and then I just kind of, as I made a little extra money off of some projects, I'd upgrade to the next one, and I use VCarve Pro now, and I'll probably stay right here, at this, but it makes a big difference, just the ease of use. I'd rather sit down, get my G-code file and get to cutting than, banging my head on the desk or keyboard for hours trying to mess with 3 different pieces of software to get it to work.
Number one way to start or grow a business online. And honestly, the answer is really simple.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get the chat up on my phone here.
Okay, well, it's the other button. We had TRS DOS 1. TRS DOS 1 asked a question. See, how do you order the Xylotex box without the motors? You're not ordering through Dave's site. You would go to Xylotex and ask them directly. Dave does not sell the Xylotex kits, although I bet he wish he did. So
I didn't catch all that, Mark. All I heard was that he sold the Xylotex kits, but
well, you don't. He's wanting to know if how to get a hold of a dry box without ordering the motors. So I would call Jeff or send Jeff an email. He's pretty responsive.
Yeah.
He's pretty responsive, but he's fair warning. He's going to have a ton of questions for you because he's matched that dry box to those motors. So
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is why is somebody wanting to buy just the dry box? And
it probably already has motors and is just switching out controller. I don't know. I mean, maybe he has control.
That's what I'm saying. Jeff matches that controller to those motors. So
right. I've got a couple people mentioning SketchUp. Yes, you can. You can use SketchUp to draw parts and then export them to DXF and import them into VCarve or other CAM software. I've got a couple of videos up on my channel about that from when I first started. And it is possible, but it's kind of a clunky system to use, to me, just my opinion. I do most of my drawing in VCarve anymore. So I got somebody asking me about a guitar. Which one?
Okay, I can see the chat now.
You can. Well, that's cheating.
Well, only if I put my glasses on, because it's on my phone. Naughty Wood Shop. I'm using NEMA 23 at 2-to-1. I don't have any problems for. Okay, that must be the R&P question. The new VCarve will accept SketchUp files.
Yes, they will import SketchUp files. The new VCarve does. You're right. Sorry to narrowcast, but had somebody ask, what's up with this old guitar here on my right? Believe it or not, this is an old Montgomery Ward's airline guitar. It was my wife's 12th birthday present. So it's got a lot of sentimental attachment. So that's hers. I just use it for ambiance.
And the toaster you got when you opened up your checking account?
That burned out long ago. Long ago.
I want to understand something. Dave's in a hotel and is coming in crystal clear. Michael's home and he's coming in like he's in a hotel.
Just trying to
Go figure.
Just seeing if you're paying attention there, Jerry.
I brought the internet home with me.
Yeah, I see that.
Hey, Carol Bennett wants to know, do you guys use 1/4-inch cutting bits, 1/8 inch, or does it depend on what you're doing?
Yes.
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 It totally depends on what you're doing. So.
There a
Yeah, I use all kinds.
Yep. Sometimes you need a real tight radius to get in around a corner. Sometimes you don't. I mean, I've got everything from my biggest bit is 1/2 inch diameter, and the small, my biggest bit is 1.25 inch diameter, but that's just for surfacing my spoil board. Biggest end mill is 1/2 inch diameter, and the smallest I have is 10 thousandths. So you can go anywhere in between. So it just depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, this is kind of just my little collection of bits that I keep.
Of course it is.
And most of them I keep them to either 1/8 or 1/4 inch shanks, just because that's the only two collets I have, but I use them both.
Yeah, my bits look just like that too. Not.
They're all thrown around.
Yeah. Mine are in a box, I think, all jumbled up.
I guarantee you, if you went in there with a set of mics, those holes are dead on all the way across.
He probably used the CNC to make that thing.
Yeah, he probably used the CNC to cut it, and you can do things like that.
True story. I use the CNC.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now,
It was so easy to set up the hole patterns, and then I just drilled the holes perfectly.
Hey, you got one, you might as well use it. Come on. Yeah, we just give Mike a hard time.
yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
I'm going to trade my lathe for a CNC.
Yeah, right. I'm going to believe that when I see it.
I'll trade you, Jerry. I'll trade you.
Do I need to make room in my garage for that lathe?
Yeah, your garage isn't big enough for that lathe. I've seen your garage.
Yeah, me too. His cul-de-sac ain't big enough for that lathe.
Well, guys, we're coming up on the top of the hour here.
If I could, Dave, before we take off, I'd like to give a special shout out. My wife is down in Sacramento right now. Her and her bagpipe band are competing at the Sacramento Valley Highland Games, and she competed today in solo and took a 3rd place. So I wanted to say, way to go, Linda, and congratulations. And can't wait to see you when you get home.
Okay, cool.
Congratulations, Linda.
Congrats.
All right. Anybody got anything else before I hit the off button? I just got to say thanks again to all the people watching out here. I can't believe we just throw a show together and really no notice, no promotion, no nothing, and we have 80-something people watching.
I have one question.
Okay.
So when's the next meetup and where?
Your house next Saturday.
Sweet, I'll be there.
All right, come on over. No, that's kind of for everyone out there, for the 80 some people watching. It doesn't take anyone special to put something like that together. Just throw it in the group, and as I'm sure as many people will come as possible. I know I'll definitely try to come.
He meant that in a good way.
The guy that lives 2 hours from me and has never been in my shop in the last 5 years.
Throw some barbecue down, and I'm there.
Yeah, and I was thinking about something as I was driving through the rain a while ago. If you haven't checked out that map, and I apologize, I threw the show together so quick, I don't have any links in the description. But if you check out that map that Becca's been working on, there, it shows where everybody's at, what kind of machine they got, what city, state, I guess, all that kind of stuff. That would be a cool tool to use to kind of determine where's a good spot to do a meetup. I knew ahead of time before Becky even started mentioning the Texas thing that I've sold a bunch of stuff to Texas. Gatton CNC kits, GarageWorks CNC kits. A lot of folks in Texas.
And I just posted a link over in the chat to the GarageWorksCNC.com community forum. You do not have to be a GarageWorks or Gatton CNC owner to sign up. Come on over there, sign up. We have a special section over there for local meetups, and so far I'm the only one who's posted anything over there. So come on, y'all. I mean, even if you just get together and for coffee, it's nice to talk to somebody who knows what a Z-axis is and doesn't look at you and roll their eyes so hard they see their own brains. It doesn't take anybody special, but we love you, Becca. Thank you for doing that. In that case, it did take somebody special.
Yeah. I don't know if she heard me when Mike was saying it. I said he didn't mean that in a bad way. Becca did an excellent job putting that together.
I know you didn't, Michael. But yeah, I mean, as much fun as we have on the show, and as much fun as we have talking with each other on Facebook and everything, chances are there's somebody in your area who has a CNC, but you'll never know if you don't just get out there and say something. So
yeah. I don't know. I'd like to see folks put some of these together, and I'd try to make as many of them as I can. Give me an excuse to go somewhere, because I'm pretty much a homebody. But
Lyle Foyt saying, is everybody want to go to Calgary? So we might have to get passports, but what the heck? Meet up at Lyle's house.
No, I've never been to Canada.
I haven't been since I was probably 19.
They don't have sweet tea. Just know that. They don't have sweet tea. They don't have sweet tea.
Forget it. What kind of country is that?
TJ's Woodworking Shop. He hit 1,000 subs today. Congrats, TJ. Now I'll shut up and let Dave close the show.
Well, yeah, I was just going to sign off. Kind of on time. We do a short version. We still go over. But yeah, I just want to thank the viewers for taking the time to come hang out with us a little bit tonight. That's pretty cool that we just throw a show together and that many people show up. So anyway, thank y'all. Thank you, Becca. I know you're tired from standing up on that concrete in the Cooper's barbecue all day. Thank you, Juan. Michael Chipser. I guess we lost Jerry. I'm not even sure Michael's there. But anyway, thank you, Michael, if you can hear me. Thanks, Mike Mursky and Jerry Blakesley for also coming on tonight. Appreciate you guys always coming and joining us. And I guess that's going to do it. We'll look forward to a show next week. I'll come up with some kind of a topic. Maybe we'll talk about that ViaCAD some if I get a chance to work some with that.
And also, thank you for coming down and visiting us here in Texas. It was.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah.
I was there in spirit.
Yeah, like I said, I had never been to Texas, and it was a lot of fun. Gave out a bunch of swag today, so everybody should Juan Sport gives. Yeah, a lot of shirts, T-shirts, and hats, and even had some mouse pads. I got some Gatton CNC mouse pads.
Dave left without me, so I didn't make it.
What, to go to Texas? You wasn't here when I got ready to leave Friday morning.
I know. Yeah, a silly thing called work got in the way.
Yeah. Oh well. All right. Well, anyway, I appreciate everybody watching. Like I said, we didn't really have much of a topic going. I just thought we'd throw something together just to see if anybody was there, and sure enough, y'all are there. So appreciate it. We'll talk to y'all later, and we'll see y'all next week. And I guess we're probably going to try to come up with some kind of giveaways. Because like Becca said, we got a lot of stuff to give away.
Awesome.
Spread the word. There'll be giveaways every week on the CNC with Dave show from now till who knows when. Awesome. We've got a ton of stuff. So anyway, thanks again. We'll see y'all later. Everybody have a great weekend.
Take care, y'all. Don't forget a thumbs up on the way out.
Good night.